Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to this look at Alien vs. Predator Extinction. This time we're looking at the species some of you have probably been waiting for, the Xenomorph. Alright, they accidentally released a cache of alien eggs, and that's where we come in.
Human explorers have opened the cave containing your eggs. Now is the time to breed and grow and dominate. Use a Praetorian egg to create a queen. Then grow the hive, spread the horde, and kill the Marines in their northern base. It's marked on your minimap. During the mission, your objectives appear in the pause menu, which may be accessed at any time by pressing the start button.
Alright, so this one might be a little tough. After all, we've only got a single drone to work with. But the way these eggs work is, if you bring something close to them, like if a human or whatever wanders near them, they'll automatically launch a facehugger, as you might expect. But you can also manually cause them to hatch and directly control the facehugger. However, whenever the facehugger is off of your alien creep kind of zone, it loses health, so you can't go too far with them. So our best bet here is to find something to kill, or in the case of the aliens, knock them out, since anything you kill with your alien units will become comatose. Except for with like two specific units where they just kill them because they're, strong units. Alright. Guess I don't need to make a command group yet, because I don't have anyone else to switch to. So what's going on here? I guess that just shows us where the base is. Oops. I think I just did something I didn't mean to do. Yeah, so the drones can create those hive nodes, and those will heal your units when they're in the kind of goop around them. How much energy do we have? Oh, that doesn't use energy, that uses my resources to create those. So we'll leave some of those there, and we'll just kind of wander around until we find some sort of life form. Preferably one of those various bits of wildlife that are kind of scattered around the maps, since those will put up less of a fight. I guess civilians will also work for that purpose. If we can find this exploration team. You should be using attack move, I keep forgetting to. It's just a pain because you gotta hold down the bumper to do this. And yeah, before we can even get a queen, we'll need to use, I believe we have one royal egg here. Yeah, one Praetorian egg. And we can use that to create a Praetorian, which is a type of big Xenomorph, and then I think it costs a certain amount of resources that we can use to transform him into a queen. And then once we have a queen, we can start regularly producing eggs. Though you can also do the whole aliens thing of have her detach from her egg layer and turn into a combat unit. And I think we also need the queen to do any research if we want to upgrade our Xenomorphs. It's funny, I was reading someone's sort of rant post about how we've all had it wrong since Aliens because they're not called Xenomorphs, since it's referred to as a Xenomorph by, what is his name? Gorman. But that really just means alien form, if you break down Xenomorph. So that would refer to kind of generically any non-classified alien. But I think it still fits because there hasn't been any sort of solid classification name for them. I mean, there's various, like, I think most of them are just kind of fan names, like Raptus Invictus. Or sometimes just referred to as Xenomorph XX-121. But yeah, I think Xenomorph works just fine because it's not like they usually refer to any other life forms as Xenomorphs. Oh, there we go. Alright, so now we can pull up our... Oops. Did not mean to hit R1. I forget, can we not pull up that menu? The gather menu. Thought it was left bumper or trigger. Oh, it's right trigger. Derp. You can hit gather. Oh, I think I took too long to pick up that body. Oh, no, he was just buried under there. And now we'll just casually drag these guys back to the nest. Oh, can it carry more than one at once? No, it can't. Okay, never mind. Right, you have to set the gather point, and then, unlike the predators, you have to set where you want them to take them. But yeah, I think this is a pretty neat kind of mechanic that, you know, accurately represents what xenomorphs are shown to do in movies. Because they very rarely actually intentionally kill anyone. They usually just drag them away like this so they can become hosts. You never actually, I don't think, see them really dragging anyone. It's always just one of those things where they lunge out and someone gets pulled off screen and that's it. But you never just see them like dragging corpses through the street. Or not corpses, but comatose people. Definitely kind of the slowest one of these races for this, though. I mean, Predators, within seconds you can just pull up new units, and even Marines, you can get a load of them within 30 seconds, but here, you're really dependent on the map geography. Okay, well, you didn't all need to come out. That was kind of a waste of facehuggers. But because I have these nodes nearby, they should be just fine. And it becomes a chest burster. I can't get any closer in on this little guy. And then he turns into a cocoon pretty quickly. Alright, so it did actually give priority to the Praetorian, which is good. And... oh, it's only 50 more. I thought it was more than that. And then he goes into a cocoon. And now he's a queen, which is huge. So, what's going on here? Oh, cool. So he'll keep going back to that spot. And either attacking whatever's there, or grabbing the comatose figures that are not. Alright, so I can set her down as a egg layer, and she'll start putting out eggs, but I kind of wish I had a better spot to do that. Also, is there actually a path up here? No, it's a dead end. So yeah, there's only one way into this cave, and I mean, it's nice and all to have this little kind of safe zone, but it's going to be a pain to make more troops this way. Whatever, we'll plop her down here for now. Okay, so we can coat them in cysts, which will then make better transbreeds. Transbreeds referring to any of the ones that require a host, Whereas pure breeds, no matter what you infect, it will become one of those. Like the drones are what you get out of humans. Facehuggers are what you get, runners are what you get from various wildlife, and I'm not sure specifically what you get for warriors. I think warriors are just what you get from soldiers, as opposed to civilians. But yeah, that's not what I actually wanted to do. And she grows her big, gross egg sac, and she'll start just popping them out. Alright, well, I did get a warrior here. Wait, if they could just go straight up that cliff there, why didn't the drone do that? Oops. And that is why you use the attack move, so that kind of thing doesn't happen. Alright, drag him back there. And warriors don't regenerate, or humans, I'm so confused. Xenomorphs do not regenerate naturally, except for runners. And since we can't do anything with, because they are not organic. So if you want to regenerate, you gotta plop your guys down on these nodes. Oh, shit. And because I have that node there, it's also detecting them, which is how you detect cloaked predators easily, I guess. So my concern here is the warrior cannot take both of them, I don't think. Drone definitely can't take both of them. So I want to get him up here so I can use both of my units. Oh, got another warrior now. Okay, and drone is healed up. No, I don't want the queen. There's a battle in progress. One problem here is that I don't have a lot of ranged units as the Xenomorphs. Also, I don't think warriors can drag, which is a shame. Alright, so you guys are going to come hang out here. I think this is probably going to be a one-mission video, because this is definitely not going to be a quick mission. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to make specifically more drones. Because if I don't have more drones, I can't put down more healing things. Why does he have like a... Oh, he's healing. And without those healing things, I'm going to be shit out of luck with my combat team. Alright, so I'm going to make those guys a squad, and I guess we'll start looking around. And I should probably put my drone on a secondary squad so he can be like the gather team, you know? So we'll bring him up and we'll start looking around here. This looks like the same cave we had to go into on the Predator mission. Kind of annoying that you can't get them to attack these guys by default. I guess a drone would. If I sent one to gather here, he would hunt down all these civilians. Right, that's the wrong one. So let's get my drone up here. Also, I'm not sure where I'm getting resources from. I think it's just from killing stuff. These boys, they act as one. Oh, they're not fused anymore. Okay, so you're gonna put a node down. And I'm thinking I can... Christ. So if I want to gather, I can't use the shortcuts on the map. I have to actually drag myself over here. So I'm thinking once I clear that area, I can move the queen up, so we don't have to keep sending everything all the way back. It does make her more vulnerable, but I don't really want to wait for all these bodies to be dragged back and forth. I mean, maybe it'll be less of a pain if I can get another drone out of these dead civilians. We got a little bit of a freeze there. You know, I think we can actually morph a facehugger into a drone. I could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like... I could have sworn there was a way to just spawn more drones for resources. Well, might as well spend this upgrade since it's the only one we can get. Maybe it'll say in the Bestiary. Alien Bestiary, drone. Infecting Oswalks. Okay, so that's how I make more drones. So where's my little fella? Yeah, he's really taking the long way. I guess he can't drag bodies over those lumps. Okay, so once I see the little hand icon disappear, that'll mean he's dropped his load. And I can change him to gathering these Oswalks so we can get some more drones so that this is less tedious. Yes, feed and grow, my little army. Our hive will be mighty. Okay. The guy sort of disappeared for a second. Because, yeah, right now I'm pretty limited with what I can do with just this group of 4 warriors. Though I guess that number will increase. Lost my warrior. Though, when warriors die, they actually... I never realized this was supposed to be the case, but it makes sense with aliens, is that warriors specifically will not only have acid blood, but actually have pressurized spray of acid blood when they die, which is why it gets everywhere in aliens. I thought it was just because they were using, you know, higher velocity weapons, that they were spraying acid blood all over everything. Okay, how's my squad doing for health? I do wish they had health bars, so I didn't have to, you know, cursor over them every time. Okay, so we did take some losses there, down to just one warrior, but we do have a lot of corpses. And we should have at least one warrior hanging out here. One thing I don't remember how to do is how to create a Praetorian egg. I know you can do it with just like a drone and an egg. No, don't do that. Alright, so set those to drone squad. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the queen, even if this means putting her into the danger zone, because otherwise this video is going to take forever just to finish this one mission. And also, I think the queen can hold her own against some regular marines. It's not like we have to worry about Ripley busting in. She's not quick, could definitely say that. She's very stompy. Which fits with her aliens appearance, but not so much her AVP appearances. That one lucky explorer. I wonder if I can get a facehugger to him. Because they can still infect a non-comatose host, it's just they tend to shoot back. But they're pretty quick, so he might get there before he runs out of health. Or he might just walk into a wall forever. I mean, nobody ever implied that facehuggers were very intelligent. There we go. Implantation successful. Alright, Queenie. Let's get cozy. And then you guys will gather. Actually, no, gather here. Oh, jeez. That guy's having a bad day. Okay, so now we can much more quickly and efficiently produce more warriors, so we can actually get this show on the road. Oh, I didn't have to take that guy down. He walked right into it. What's going on with this guy? I guess that just shows that he's been assisted. So make you guys gather squad. We're actually bringing in bodies faster than we're bringing in eggs. Oops. I accidentally overwrote my gather squad. I'm glad these comatose guys never get back up. I mean, we saw as the Marines, there's no option left for those guys but to be executed in their coma. Okay. More explorers. And we have a pretty generous population cap, so they are expecting us to make a bit of an army worthy of Mordor. Worthy of Giger, sorry. Everyone always says Geiger, but it is Giger. Like a Geiger counter. Except not. A Giger counter just counts how many body horrors are occurring in an area. I wish I could set maybe a bigger area for gathering, because I have to keep sending them everywhere. You guys are going to come out here. I'm not sure what's going on with their weird, like, teal colors. I think that's just because I am, like, it's the player color faction, as opposed to enemy Xenomorphs, which look more black. Because these aren't upgraded warriors, these are just regular ones. Look at me, boys. Yeah, that's my death squad. Alright. Carrying on. Time to do some scouting now that we have some numbers. Also, this one has like a red crest. Oh, he's a cystic warrior. Oh, I see. So he's better because he came from a cysted colonist. So he has more health and probably does a bit of cystic acid or whatever. Thanks for the assist. So, just like the Predators, they are pretty fast too, so these maps don't feel nearly as big with how quick they move. Compared to the Marines, where it felt like everything was a slog. I just wish I didn't have to micro-move them like this so much. But I'm worried about just sending them over big chunks of map by themselves because I don't think their AI is good enough to take care of themselves. Unlike Shinji, they do not know themselves, so they cannot take care of themselves. Okay, we got this. Is this the same map as that other? I'm guessing it is, right? The same map as the one we did as the Predators. Oh, there's some nice Wayland Tawny logos. Hey drones, what are you up to? Apparently they're all just standing around with their pseudopods in their hands. No, they don't have pseudopods. I just couldn't think it. I was gonna say like ovipositors, but I mean, regular Xenomorphs don't have any sort of reproductive equivalent. So really the whole dicks and hands metaphor doesn't work for them. Alright. So my army grows bigger. Welcome to Battle Squad, boys. Some more Oswalks. I think I have enough drones for now. I mean, at this point, I should probably just focus on attacking the base. It's weird that Marines can see me from pretty far away. Oh, drop that. I changed my mind. Alright. So... you three... Actually, I don't really need those Oswalks. We're gonna head up here. You guys are gonna head there. I'm gonna send up a drone so that he can be their healer buddy. And I don't really know what these other guys can do. I guess they'll take care of anyone who wanders by. But there's some more guys here, so... What did I do? I didn't deselect them. That was weird. Gather. And then bring them back up here. It's quite the nice little horde I've got going. Okay, so I think if you hit gather once, it will just have them return the bodies to wherever they were standing when you give the order. Okay, so my cyst buddy is going to create a node here. You guys are going to become a squad. You are going to become your own squad as my support unit. I think we're just gonna go try to hit the base here, see what kind of resistance we run up against. I created that node and then I didn't bother actually letting them heal. But let's go for it. We are going to lose some boys, but that's fine, because they are completely disposable. Okay, give them a second to heal up, see what's going on back here. I'm not really sure why they were confused about which way to go. Okay. So we'll wait for our 3 reinforcements, and then we will make a full-on attack and hope we survive. And if we don't, there's plenty of more bodies to make new units out of. So our Xenomorphs really are pretty disposable, especially because it's not costing us any resources to make more at this point. I think a single drone can turn a body it's carrying into a new egg, kind of like the the cut stuff from the first Alien, where, you know, it was going to make Dallas into an egg. Oh, got a straggler here. Alright, now how do we get up there? Obviously not like that, guys. Come on. I gotta say, for the first mission, this does do a good job of giving you the kind of horde feel of the Xenomorphs. Because, I mean, the Predators, we had a very small population cap, and the Marines, we had kind of a middling amount. But, I mean, that makes sense with the combat potential of each race's units. Xenomorphs are not that tough individually. But they are a tide of stabbing tails and acid. Northwest area cleared. We didn't even lose very many. I think we only lost one. Target time, 12 minutes. Yeah, that's not happening. A few years after your first hive was opened up, there's been a sudden dramatic influx of humans. And as you might expect from Weyland-Yutani, they sent more people in, even though all of their explorers presumably disappeared.
A Marine attack has blown up your hive. First, repopulate the hive. Then, invade the Marine storage facility. Search for a landing pad, and get a queen on board a dropship before it leaves. While in the field, optional goals for your hive will arise and appear on the pause menu. They are worthy goals, but are not required for a successful mission.
I'm glad he says that exact line in the second mission of every species. So yeah, for this one we have, wow, a really long map. Oh man, that is a very large map in general. You have some runners here, which, as you might expect, are pretty quick. And if you set them on fire, they explode. And also, they regenerate pretty quickly on their own. But yeah, I guess that's our unit that we get limited amounts of here. Onslaught. Oh, right. They can lose limbs and stuff and keep going. Well, I think we'll just call it here because that was a fairly long first mission. And this one is definitely far too long for even a single video, let alone a video with another mission in it. Yeah, so you see there, a single runner is not a match for a single Marine. Yeah, you actually start with a Praetorian here, which are pretty tough units on their own. But yeah, so this is a pretty cool game. I would have enjoyed this when it first came out, if I had played it. Even though at that time I was not nearly as familiar with aliens. I guess the Praetorian's not that tough. Sometimes the queen just needs to wade in and take care of business. And you can see her thing as she knocks units down. So, even in this case, I wouldn't be screwed as long as I have the queen and can make eggs, because then I can just repopulate from these guys that she's fucked up. But yeah, so that's the Alien campaign, and like I said, I would have enjoyed this if I had played it on the PS2 back in the day, though I don't think I actually ever saw this at the time. I did later. I remember seeing it still mixed in with the Xbox stuff when the 360 and the PS3 came out. But yeah, I'm glad I checked this out, and we've got quite a few more things still to go. A bit heavy on the Predator side coming up, but a few more AVP things as well, and another Alien game, or 3, depending if I can get certain ones to work. Let's take a quick look here. Facehugger, Victorian Facehugger, Drone. I guess I can't look at the upgraded ones. Runner, Warrior, Pred Alien. Would have been cool to see one of those. Flameproof. Ravager, which is like a... I mean, that looks like a Tyranid unit, more than anything, with those big scythes. Kind of like, well, no, not really like a Lictor. And that said there comes from a mutated Praetorian. Carrier, which I think just throws facehuggers at people. Yeah. Queen, Praetorian, egg. So nothing too fancy there. Also, I forgot to look at the Predator Bestiary, so we'll check that out here. The Brawler and the Hunter we had, the Spearmaster with his weird orange armor, the Stalker, which is a Predator Sniper, Discmaster we saw, the Vanguard with his chunky armor, Shrine, the Pred Gun. I guess this guy has like flamethrower cannons. And the Hydra, which is just a, I guess, heavy melee and missile unit. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire. This has been a 3-part look at Alien vs. Predator Extinction. And I hope you'll join me with some more Alien, Predator, and Alien vs. Predator games. Until then, take care, everyone.